There's one. Little guy. Oh boy. Maybe not as small as I thought. Nice. Welcome back, everybody. So ICAST just got over with not too terribly long ago, and going through a bunch of the media stuff, there was some neat stuff, but in all honesty, a fair portion of it I was kind of unimpressed. One thing that was huge during ICAST looked to be the creature baits, like the dice baits. You know, basically a piece of rubber or plastic with a bunch of appendages on there, which they've had out from JDM for years. And I think it was like 2 years ago, I did a Ned rig that was basically exactly the same, with just a bunch of appendages coming out of a Ned rig. So, and I'm by no means one of the first people to do it. So I was a little disappointed with some of the innovation and creativity with it. But there were some other cool things that I'm excited to get a couple lures from whenever they get released. But I guess in honor of how popular those dice baits and all that stuff were at ICAST, we are going to be a little bit more creative and make our own. So, and we're going to do it with candy. Let's get after it. All right, this is what we are going to use to go ahead and make our dice bait. And in all honesty, it looks pretty simple, and I think it'll work. I've been pretty lucky lately, doing really well with these weird food challenges, and pretty cocky. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to go ahead and get this done. Let's go ahead and start rigging her up and see how she goes. I don't know if I've ever had these Warhead cubes before, but this sour sketty, if you've never had it before, phenomenal. One of my favorite candies. I would most certainly recommend this just as a snack, but let's get it rigged up and see what she looks like. All right, for our first attempt, I went completely color match, everything blue, so we'll see how this does. These sour sketty are pretty firm as far as a candy go, so ooh, that one tore a little bit. That's not good. We'll have to, we don't have as quite of a light wire hook as I've had before, just because we're gonna have a lot more mass on here. So there we go. We'll just put 2 on for right now, and then maybe we should do 1 on each side. Why not? We're just gonna go for it. This is a lot to put on a hook. Maybe 1 on each side was a better idea. But we're here now. There we go. Might look a little wonky, but that's not far off from what a dice bait looks like. I think next one we'll have to do 1 on each side. There's a hook exposed in there somewhere, so let's go ahead and this has so much weight to it. Probably should have used a regular spinning rod, but we got the ultralight, so let's see if we can't catch one. First cast. This is where we had our bite on our Cheeto. So, oh, she sinks so quickly. Yeah, we definitely should have had the heavier rod out. No way. Oh, that was a bite. Oh, on the first cast. Oh, and we lost a couple of our appendages. That was completely a bite. That's where our bites have been, right there. Right off that little point. Oh, got one. Oh. I don't know if they can't get in their mouth, or there's just, the sour sketty is just too firm. Oh. Finally had one. There's one. Got him. Oh my gosh. Oh, he threw it. It was like our third bite in like 2.5 hours. Oh, my goodness, the dice. We lost our little appendages. Oh. See if we can't. We'll just throw the dice out right now. See if we can't get lucky with one before the end of the night. Oh, there's one. Oh, popped it. Oh, I got one. Get him. Oh my good Lord, do not come off. Oh, and that was just with the dice. Oh. Yes. All of our appendages came off. This one we've been throwing for quite a while, so it actually got quite a bit smaller, but one fish. We had a couple at 2 or 3 other ones, but weren't able to keep them pegged. In all honesty, I think the appendages almost acted a little bit more like a weed guard and made it a little bit more difficult for those fish to get into, because it's a little bit more of a dense or stiff candy. So I didn't think we would be able to do it. So that's it for tonight. In all honesty, I did not think this would be the most difficult challenge for the weird foods and stuff like that. I thought this one would be pretty easy, but proved not to be. So we will actually go out and fish another day with actual dice and see how much better we can do. I would venture to say it definitely can't be worse, but we'll go fish for it with some real dice and see how we do. All right, we are back out fishing the next day. Us using our self-made dice bait with candy did not work out well. We did have a couple bites, and we finally caught a fish after a couple missed fish, so we are going to use the real thing now. I don't have, these are non-salt, so I'll have to use it on a drop shot or something like that. But we're going to see how much better this worked than our made ones. Let's get after it. Now, I fully expect to catch a fish on this insanely quick. But I guess we'll have to see. Easy enough. We're going to throw it on a little bit of a drop shot. And this should be fairly simple. We'll probably end up going to a couple different ponds just to see if we can't catch some at some different ponds, and hopefully a little bit bigger of a fish too. There's one. Oh, he smoked it too. Got another one. What? They must be bluegill. That first one, there's no way that was a bluegill. It was definitely a bass, but there's a little one. Oh, is he in a stick? Oh, like right next to shore too. Must be a few sticks down there. Little guy. Dice baits. They work. It's probably why everybody at ICAST was making them. Not a bad one. Not a big one. Probably just shy of a pound. We'll go ahead and throw this guy for a little bit. I don't use dice baits very often. I think I've only used them one other time, so I don't know their longevity. And with the pack that we got from Japan, it only comes with 4, so hopefully they don't get torn up too quickly. There's one. Got him. Not a big one. That was like 5 or 6 casts left. Oh my. What? I didn't know they had these guys here. Oh, what are the chances this guy did not destroy a super soft plastic? That actually, get over there. Came out a lot easier than I thought it would. Bullhead. like dice baits. So strange. The one day we were out using the Shadtron and caught, what a mess, caught a dogfish, and now we're out using finesse bass baits and catching bullhead, and I've never caught a bullhead out of here. I'm sure there are plenty of places. Pretty hardy common fish, but not what I expected. There's one. Please don't be a bullhead. It feels like a bullhead. It feels like a bullhead. What? Oh, it's a bass. Okay, we're good. I don't see my bait. Hopefully we didn't. Nope, it's still in there. Just absolutely smoked it. Might have to get the pliers real quick. Look at that thing. All the way down there. Alright, there's another one. We'll try catch one more at this pond and then end up going somewhere else where there's a chance of bigger fish. I don't guarantee that we'll catch bigger fish, because I feel like small fish would absolutely love this thing, but we'll have a better chance for sure. There's one. Little guy. Oh boy. Maybe not as small as I thought. No, he's just in the weeds. Oh, you kidding me? Oh, what a multi-species. That's absolutely ridiculous. Hopefully I can get him, because that's an expensive hook. Little pike. Have to get some pliers for him. No, it's right in the snoot. Don't thrash. There you go. Right in the snoot. Even pike, like the little dice, that's a solid like 19-incher. Tiny little guy. Oh, it's weeds. There. Let him go. Bullhead, bass, pike. Again, one of those days I'd never guess this is what we'd catch. There's one. Get him, little guy. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, today was pretty awful and difficult to catch fish. Not a whole lot of fish jumping. I knew we'd be able to come out here and at least have a few bites. This was at the pond that yesterday we couldn't catch anything with our homemade dice. I very much believe it's probably because of the weather. We are like air temps like 95 today and the next couple of days, so it is insanely warm, and I think the fishing is pretty well shut off, which if the fishing's that awful, in all honesty, like the dice did not do too bad, because we did catch some fish today. But that would be my assumption. And we'll fish for a little bit longer till the sun goes down and probably catch a couple more fish, but definitely not as good as it could be. In all honesty, dice are not really my forte. I don't usually go super finesse like this sort of thing. I feel like this is much more of a scoping thing. Something I would probably use if I was bed fishing for sure. But obviously it's not time of the year for that by any means. Or if I was in like a area with more smallmouth. Oh, missed that one. Obviously, bass will certainly eat this. You'll get a lot of small ones, but you can most certainly catch big ones. We weren't in an area that had a ton of big fish, and when we were, they didn't want to bite. So, but if I was in a place for smallmouth, this is something I'd probably use quite a bit. But as far as this die, or dice, I guess, I would not use a candy version of this. It was so terrible to fish for that long with that few of bites, and even when we did, I think the bait almost hindered some of those bites. making it more difficult to catch them. But I'll definitely keep the dice in the tackle box and use on certain occasions. I wanted to use it a lot for bed fishing, but I just wasn't really able to. Bed fishing came and went real quick this year. But we'll stick it out for a little bit longer, and I'm sure we'll have another fish or two. There's another one. That one ate a little bit deeper out there. Bigger? No. No bigger. Fighting a little bit harder though. I wouldn't be surprised if we caught one of those big old crappie on this guy. There's a little guy. Not terribly skinny. There's one. Little guy again. To be expected. Tiny. I don't want to end on that one, but it might be. There's another one. You tiny or just small? Is he stuck? I'm gonna guess tiny, just like the last one. Oop. I mean, a tiny bit bigger, still a tiny fish. There's another one. I want to pull in a little bit harder. Probably loosen the drag just a tinge. Not really any bigger. Little guy after little guy. And again, when you're throwing a super finesse bait like this, I think that's very, very possible of an outcome, is just to have tons of little fish. Again, I'm sure you can catch big ones on this. And again, for me, I don't fish super, super clear water all the time. I don't have smallmouth fisheries for the most part. The biggest application I think I would have used it for, and still may do next year if I have the opportunity, is bed fishing. And I think it could be an absolutely phenomenal bed fishing bait. Yeah, I'm sure it would do crazy, crazy well as far as that goes. So, but as always, that is it for this one. Our odd baits, you know, candy lures, all that stuff, we are still completed. We're still 100% for them. We've caught fish on every single thing that we've used, regardless how difficult or how few of bites we've had, especially with this dice one. But I think I've still got one or two more ideas. If there's anything that you guys want to see me attempt, by all means, drop that in the comment section, and we can most certainly see if we can get lucky and get some of those fish on those strange baits. But as always, if you guys like the video, if you wouldn't mind liking, and if you want to see more videos like it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated also. Until next one.